Hey, this is Trey Hubbard with Northtown Volkswagen in Kansas City, Missouri. Today we will be reviewing the Premium 8 stereo system in the 2012 EOS. Part 1 will just go over the hard keys on the exterior, the outside of the touchscreen area. First off, your power button, power knob. You turn that on, obviously to turn on your stereo and turn off your stereo. Okay? Up here up top, you have a forward and backward arrow. These arrows actually have dual functions. They work if your CD is playing. They will skip forward or back a song with your CD. They'll also work in your radio mode and seek forward or seek backwards. Over here you have a up or down button. If you have an up or down button, that will indicate a 6-disc CD changer. If one arrow is displayed on that button, then you have a single disc CD. The music button, if you click that, that will control your tones, your stereo. Okay? Top button is treble, mid, and bass. You can adjust those by simply sliding your finger back and forth or pushing the plus or minus sign to adjust the treble, mid, and bass. Anytime you see this backwards arrow, it takes you to the previous screen. Balance and fader works the same way as the tone screen. The volume, the startup volume, anytime you turn the key on, this will go to whichever volume you set. If you're driving home one late night and you're rocking out to Britney Spears and your stereo's up real loud, the next morning your stereo will go back to this volume. It's kind of a nice feature for you late nighters. Speed dependent volume. Speed dependent volume will adjust to your road and engine noise in the cabin. So if you guys accelerate, the volume of your stereo will go up as well. You can adjust the sensitivity on this screen. Let's go back. Touchscreen tone. When you push that, it has a little beep to it. You can turn that on or off. Let's go to the previous screen. These buttons here will control your FM, AM, satellite button, your media button, mute, and setup. Let's go through your media button real quick. Your media button will control all of the music input options. You have your CD player, which is controlled up here as well. SD card, you can actually put a card. Most people are familiar with these cards. They put them in their cameras, but you can also store music. On the Volkswagens, you need to make sure that you use a 2 gig or less hard SD card, 2 gig or less, and also make sure that your music files are WAV files. They cannot be off your iTunes or off of most CDs. They need to be a WAV file. Bluetooth audio. Most of your 2012s will have the Bluetooth audio. Once you sync up your phone to your wireless headset, then your Bluetooth audio will work as well. You can play music that was on your phone wirelessly. Let's go over here to your setup screen. Your setup will set up everything on your Premium 8 touchscreen stereo. Your radio mode, you can set your seek mode to go through your presets or go through all the stations. Activate HD radio if you're in an area where you have HD radio. Obviously you'd want that activated. If you want to delete all your presets, just hit your AM, delete AM preset list or FM preset list. Let's go back a screen, hit the back screen button. Go to your media. This is where you set up all your media on your Premium 8. If you want to activate your auxiliary input, that's the little outlet where you can plug in an MP3 player and play it through your stereo. Activate Bluetooth audio, which we just talked about. These buttons need to be checked for those two things to work. Auxiliary input level. This is the volume of the music that goes through the auxiliary input. You want it Be quiet, loud, medium. Hide your artist name. Most people think this is going to hide your artist name on your radio. It's not. It only hides the artist name in your media settings. And then also your scan, mix, repeat buttons. Do you want those to be turned on or turned off? Just hit the check. On your setup, on your system setup, you want to change your language. If you want to show your clock on your Premium 8 stereo, if you want to click everything back to your factory settings after you've gone through and kinked everything up, you can just click that button. It kicks it back to all the factory settings. Your climate display. This is on a 2012 EOS. Some of your other Volkswagen vehicles will not have this feature because they do not have the climatronic controls. But this will turn off the climate controls in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or 10 seconds. And I'll show you that real quick. Whenever you adjust the temperature down here on your controls, they'll show up here. If you have it set at 3 seconds, they'll go off after 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or whichever. Okay, so you can adjust that. If you want to just turn those off, if you don't want it to show up here in your screen, just hit the off button. Okay, hit the back button there. And that is part one of your overview on the Premium 8 touchscreen stereo on the 2012 EOS.